What's up, guys? So a lot of you were watching the Skate 3 stream I was doing, and I've talked about Skate a good bit. I do like the Skate games. I think they need to make a Skate 4. I think a lot of people want Skate, but it's not happening. EA doesn't seem very interested. We haven't heard anything, at least as of now, and it's been a while since we've had, Skate 3 release. So I thought I'd take a look around, and a lot of you guys suggested that I check out Sessions. Now, Sessions, as you see right here, is a Kickstarter that has already been funded. It's reached its goal of over $160,000 Canadian, 128 to 130,000 USD, somewhere in there. But it got a lot of funding. I think a lot of that has to do with people wanting skate. Like, a lot of people want a simulation skateboarding game, and that is what this promises to be. And I'm much more inclined to believe them and to trust them actually building this game because there's a full demo. We're actually going to check that out in a little bit. I'm going to kind of show you guys what makes it so much different, because it is actually a much harder game than Skate by a good bit. Like, Skate was already kind of hard for a lot of people. This kind of goes to the next level. In fact, one of their frequently asked questions is, will you make the controls more like Skate, or will you make like an easy mode or something for the controls? Because they take a little bit to get used to. But it's being done by Creature Studios. As you see here, they have over 3,400 backers, pledging 163,716 Canadian dollars. And it's done, it's backed, and they're going to build it. They're making it out of Montreal, Canada. Skateboarding simulation, Creature Studios, and they are updating regularly. So the cool thing is, if you are interested, if you go to their Kickstarter page, which I'll leave a link to that in the description below, there is a demo you can go download for free. I believe the backers of the Kickstarter got a more robust demo than the one we're going to play today, but I figured we'd have some fun, check it out. It is, at this time, PC only, and they're shooting for an estimated delivery, as you see here, of July 2019 for this game to be finished. So it's still more than a year out. Like a year and a half out, but they're at least providing demos. You can technically play it right now. And that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to talk guys through some of the controls, and you can kind of see why it's harder, but it might be a little more fun to master and more rewarding to actually land tricks and things like that. So let's actually start at the demo, and we'll start playing it now. Alright guys, so this is the game itself here, and you're going to notice right away, it looks very much like Skate. Specifically the point of view. If you remember that Skate kind of showed you the game through like the point of view of the camera that the person behind usually filming is going through. That's usually where you're seeing it with Skate, and it's pretty similar here. That's why a lot of people are asking, are you going to do things like Skate controls, stuff like that? They said no. So they have their own control scheme, and I got to give it to them. It's creative, but it's difficult. So let me talk to you about how this works. In fact, I can even bring up the controls. So here we go. Right away, you're going to see your left foot is the left stick, or in this case, if you're simplified, it's your front foot, so they kind of play around with that. I say if you're starting out, just use simplified mode, it's fine. That's actually what I'm using here today. And then the right stick is your back foot, essentially. So left stick is your front foot, right stick is your back foot. You can place session markers, and of course you can get off your board, on and off your board with Y, similar to Skate, same there. And then you can brake with your foot with B, and then you push with right foot or push with left foot. That's actually very similar to Skate as well, X and A. And you have different grabs depending on which hand or which bumper you're using. And you notice here they have the triggers are the biggest thing, because you might be asking, how do I turn if the left stick is my left foot and the right stick is my right foot? You actually lean on your trucks by using the different triggers, and that's where it gets kind of difficult. So for example, let's go back here. To do an ollie, you actually have to hold down on the right stick, as you see there, and then you hit up on the left stick, and that lets you do an ollie. That's kind of hard, right? That can get to you, because when you're actually moving, like we'll actually move here, and I'm moving, and I try to do the ollie, and there we go. So you actually have to use the right stick to do that. So we're gonna keep going here, and we're just gonna do some tricks and kind of talk about it. And it's not the easiest thing to get the hang of. When you start playing it, it's very difficult. So that's something you're gonna run into. Something else I run into, which is very weird, actually, for some reason, I think it has mostly to do with their game itself. I don't know if it's bugged or something, but randomly when I'm playing it, I'll lose control of, like, the sticks won't work. Like right now, they're not working. It's very odd, but it works when you're off your board. So I don't know if that's something with their demo or what, but it might be something you might want to look into. I think this is an older demo, and if you have them back, you get a newer demo. It has like a skate park and everything rather than skating around in like a prison a prison area here. So to do like a kickflip, you actually hold down on the right stick again, then you press like up and diagonal on the left stick. And I'm trying to do other moves, but I'm not really sure how to do anything else. Now, doing grinds are kind of difficult too, because, well, it does kind of home you in on the ledge, I will say that, but it still seems kind of hard to actually like get them to land on the rail half the time. This is an older demo again. This is the one you can pretty much go and just play right now. I guess you can download it. So I would be curious to try out the newer one that they're giving to their backers. But when I found this, oh man, I just crashed right in that. When I found this, they were done like backing everything, so I couldn't like back it now. I don't think I was looking at it, and it doesn't appear to be. So you can do the nollie with like you just kind of switch up. The left stick is you just push up on the left stick, then you kick with the back foot. And I think they want to make this as realistic as they can, as simulation as possible. So, of course, real skateboarding is hard to get into. And I guess in this case, they wanted to make it so that it seriously is pretty hard to get into this. I don't know if they'll do any way to make this easier, right? But I do think if they continue to work on it the way they say they're going to, I think they can at least add a lot of stuff to it so that you can maybe even string your own moves together, you know, like maybe you can make your own trick based on how you use the sticks and everything. That would be kind of cool. I don't know how hard that would be to actually do, but they have quite a bit of funding, so I have a feeling they have a lot of ideas that they want to go with. And honestly, I was just really excited to see some kind of new skate game happen. Anything that's like a newer simulation skate. I will say this, I'm not like a massive fan of the controls. Mostly because I'm so used, I think we're all so used to it. Like if you start playing this, you're going to start trying to use the left stick to turn and stuff. And maybe that's just me, you know, trying to do it. It's also very hard in this to like pick up any kind of speed. I can't seem to kick off of the rail either. Again, I don't know if that's just this demo, because I saw people doing the other demo doing a ton of stuff like that I can't seem to figure out how to do. And they talk about how they're using like the newer demo, so I don't know if that's the case, but it looked so much cleaner too. This is definitely like one of their first builds that I'm playing right now. See, I can't seem to kick off of there. But I'm sure there are people who have played a lot of skate, right, that probably would be able to do this better than me, that were like really into skate. I really got into the first skate. That was one I really played a lot of. I didn't really like the third one as much, but I still play it. It's backwards compatible in the Xbox One. I think the others are as well. But I think Skate 2 is when they got it like perfect, because you get off your board and everything then. So there's probably a way to pop off of there. But I'm curious how this ends up going. If they do like a create a skater, or are they going to do a campaign? Will they get into more like vertical? Like C-Skate was good for like street skating stuff. They had some vert stuff, but like it was definitely more about skating lines and stuff like on the actual streets that they had set up. I'll be curious if they actually get into like a part where you have like a full skate park and it has like half pipes and everything. Or if it's going to stick more along the lines, more along the lines of what Skate did, which is more about like skating around in the streets, schools, gymnasiums, everything. You know, it was very much you would just skate whatever you could. And you wouldn't do as many like actual like X Games stuff. I mean, in the third one you could, but it was more about like you were just a standard skater who was trying to make it. You just happen to be really good at everything skating. You could do like perfect 360 flips and everything. Speaking of which, they said to kick left and right, and oh man. And from what I could tell, this is make session happen. Yeah, this is before I think their Kickstarter even concluded. From what I can tell, all I can really do right now are kick flips and heel flips. I've tried like every other combination to do anything else. And I know with like I'm controlling my back foot with the right stick. And that's like a shove it, you would use your back foot to kick the tail around, but it doesn't, like I don't actually do anything when I do that. I could, of course, nollie like that, and I'm sure I can nollie, kick flip, nollie, heel flip, and everything. You can. You just press the stick left or right when you're doing it, which is cool. And then, of course, you spin in the air by doing, oh man, that looked bad. By using the right trigger and the left trigger, so. I want to see what you guys think about this, though, because when I was doing the stream, so many of you guys, that looked weird, so many of you guys came into the stream and were like, oh, I love Skate. I wish they would do another Skate. So I know some of you guys have played stuff like, oh my gosh, stuff like Skate before. So I want to see anyone who's like a veteran at Skate try this out. and kind of see what they, gosh, I'm not board sliding that at all. See what you think about this, and let me know down in the comments, because if this is like an actual like good game that you guys like, I'd be curious where they go with it when they have like this big audience that's kind of, and they have a pretty big audience at Kickstarter now, and a lot of people are posting YouTube videos of them like doing awesome lines and stuff. But I gotta say, from like a beginner standpoint, this is not an easy game to get into, and it definitely is like a game you're gonna practice. Not as much as actual skateboarding, obviously, but it's up there. Doing the coordination of all the buttons and everything. Now, from what I've seen, okay, somehow I went from oh no. From what I've seen, it's also going to Xbox Early Access, and they haven't been able to get much done on the PS4 yet because the Xbox actually has Early Access, whereas the PS4 doesn't. So I think this is going to pop up on the Xbox store eventually. So he keeps trying to go into board slide, and he keeps kicking me into like a crooked grind or... Okay. It's going to go in Early Access for Xbox at some point. They have the funding. They reached their Kickstarter goal for that. I don't know if they're doing anything for PlayStation, though. They keep talking about it, but nothing yet. I also don't know if they're doing anything for, like, I don't think they're doing anything for Switch. I think they're just trying to get it out the door right now. And maybe when they have a completed version, they'll kind of go from there. So let me know what you guys think. Check if you want to try out the game itself. I don't know what kind of system you really need. Probably not like a super powerful system or anything. If you have a basic video card, it should work at least. But I'm curious what you guys think about Sessions. I mean, some of you guys have already told me about it, so I'm sure some of you already played it. But if you haven't heard about it, go download it. I'm using an Xbox One wired controller. Go check it out and see what you think. Let me know. Thanks, guys, for watching. This is Sessions. Link is down in the description if you want to check it out. I'll see you next time.